to the ground.
Gotta know. Gotta know.
enough of this nonsense.
Enter into a new dimension of creation. The power to design, animate, and edit. Cool and quiet as you create, with breathtaking graphics performance. The way you create will never be the same.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome one and all to another exciting week of the HSL League, brought to you by XP Esports. Sadly, cannot make it to the TGG today, which we just saw from that lovely video package, one of the greatest gaming facilities in Australia, let alone Queensland itself. However, I'm stuck at home. Got a little bit of a cough action going on right now, so for the safety of everyone who does work there, decided to kick it back in my humble abode. For some of you, first time I actually get to kind of see where I'm at, but that's neither here nor there because we're gathering together to watch some Rocket League. Again, apologies, this stream's going to be a little bit different, probably going to be a little bit more reserved than my normal rambunctious self because, well, I don't want to have a coughing fit and pass out on you all. So fingers crossed we get through that stream without that, but what we are getting through this stream with, of course, are some of our great sponsors, including TGG, UQU Esports, ZQ Racing, and the Computer Alliance as well. Big thanks to them, but that's neither here nor there. Obviously, we couldn't do this without them, but I want to get into these teams. I want to get into the action that we're going to see today. So we're going to be having another great game for you, one from Conference A, one from Conference B, as we take a look from that Conference A side. Marson Makos, STMC Black, Chisholm Maroon, Lakers Legends, Trinity Red, Craigsley Conquerors, SBCC, as well as those Irish Warriors. This is kind of that premier conference right now, and that's where we're going to be starting this day off. Following that, of course, will be a game from Conference B, which includes the likes of the other Irish Warriors, the other Chisholm, the other Craigsley team, another Mansfield team, another Marsden team, SBCC White, as well as STMC Gold, and those Grace Gamers. These are our two kind of more premier conferences. However, 3 teams from each conference do get into those playoffs, and that even includes our kind of more beginner conference over in Conference C, which includes Grace Gamers MS, Trinity College Blue, TSS Cyber Sharks, Maryborough Meteors, Unity College United, the SCC Spartans A, and the SCC Spartans B. What is going to be interesting, though, especially about today, and why I wish I really had the full capacity of my lungs for us, is it is our final day of regular season play. So after today, the top 3 teams from each of these conferences will be going on to those playoffs. And from there, well, that's going to be a crazy day, which we'll talk more about at the end of the stream, or we can bring it up right now. Here's our current finals bracket. I would say this is mildly subject to change. We'll kind of see what happens, but for the most part, this is what you're going to get. 3 seeds from A, B, and C will be battling in a single elimination tournament where it's essentially winner takes all at the end of the day. So you definitely want to be as high seeded as possible for easier matches as you do move forward. As unfortunately, Conference B and Conference C, because they are kind of the weaker conferences, they also kind of have that earlier playoff game. It is a 9-team playoff bracket, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Granted, this is all next week. Let's talk about what we have coming for you today. Our first matchup going to be none other than the Lakers Legends taking on Chisholm Maroon. And following that, we'll have the Marson Makos Gray taking on Chisholm Green. So a whole lot of Chisholm for you today. Hopefully these series will be able to, sort of deliver, go that distance. Best of 5s are what we're going to be getting as we take a closer look at this matchup right here. I mean, Chisholm Maroon, as well as the Laker Legends, they've been in this league for multiple seasons right now. These two teams should know each other, and I'm expecting a high-quality match between these two. Chisholm, always one of those schools that seems to start off slow in the season and then picks it up as we get later and later. Pardon me, got a little cough coming up, but yeah, it's going to be exciting to see whether or not we have seen them sort of evolve to that final form. Again, trying to get into the top 3 seeding placements, it's going to be difficult today, and I'm going to be curious to see how Chisholm will be able to bring that out. Obviously, the Lakers Legends, though, they have a history of success in this league as well. One of the stronger teams consistently. This matchup is going to be a lot of fun, and at any given moment, we will be jumping straight into that pitch. So, yes, there we go. I am back right now as we are going into the game. As you can see, we've actually already started 20 seconds into this one. Lakers Legends are in blue. Chisholm Maroon are in orange right now. Again, if you hear any awkward pauses, just assume I'm coughing, and I do greatly apologize for that. It is not a mic issue or a technical issue. It is just me being me right now. As Perithium has a chance for that first goal. Unable to collect the pass from Rothy. Won't be able to put it in just yet. Perithium will now look to clear it down the middle. Back to their own team. Rothy throwing it back to the corner. Lasso will step forward. Doesn't get that touch. Mount with no do. Did push a little bit too far forward. Now has to race that ball back into the corner where they look to maintain some possession right now. Ball bouncing towards the net. Hyper doesn't like that look. Perithium as well. Doesn't quite go for it and will instead be forced to fall back. Hyper Neon now is another touch towards the net, looking to set up Prithium. He just doesn't quite find that shot, and instead we go the other way, but Mountain still without the do. Also was unable to center that ball. Lasso is going to keep it up in that corner until Hyper Neon will steal it out. Mountain with no do, keeping that pressure through the corner. Prithium attempting for that center play, which will connect over to Rothy. Mountain still without that do, falling back. Tried to center the ball, but only goes so far with it. As I'm not sure we've seen much movement actually from the third Chisholm player at this stage. Walker seems to be sitting still in that back corner, and I'm worried we might be having a bit of a connection issue from our orange side. This could be a little bit challenging for this Chisholm team. They're going to need all three members if they're going to get over the top of the Lakers legends. Prithium looking for that center. It's a double commit by the defense. This another center here could equate to a goal, but Lakers legends weren't quite fast enough on this occasion. Still sort of pestering that backboard. Prithium again trying to set something up, but unable to follow it through just yet. All right, sorry about that. Our back right now, Prithium. Off that center. Oh, Walker actually does make contact. There you go. Our AFK player is able to make contact with the ball. How's it going? Is this the first round still? This is the first game for the day, Bob. Yes, it is. You see Mountain still without the do, unable to get the shot quite in just yet. Hyper Neon going to center it. Prithium looking to chase off that backboard. And just seeing how well this Chisholm defense is holding its own in the 2v3 right now, it really makes you wonder how different they would look if all three members were able to sort of connect and drive at this stage. Lakers legends really struggling to get past this two-man defense up front. However, it's going to be so difficult for Chisholm to turn this into an attack. Lasso, though, still going to go for it, and Walker is moving. Walker has arrived to the scene. This could be actually quite massive for the Chisholm Maroon side. If Walker can find a way to get themselves more and more involved, I do see good things in their future. As it stands, ball's on that backboard right now. Mountain still without the do, going to throw it up, collect it themselves, looking to possibly trace across the middle of the field, but Rothy will be able to collect and push it back up that other way. Rothy, shot. Oh, Prithium unable to follow it up just yet, but more pressure still there. Rothy is a light touch, does get a triple commit out of the defense, yet none of them able to get that clear. Ball still in a dangerous position. Rothy doesn't quite follow through just yet, and that will lead to a Walker clear up that corridor. Trying to center that ball right now off that backboard, looking to set up Mountain still without the do, who actually loses out on that 50 to Hyper, who didn't quite get that straight enough shot. Ball now is going to waterfall down, pass back towards the middle. Prithium racing back, gets a light touch, but Lasso will be the one who pulls it forward. Hyper Neon pushing it up into that corner. It's a bad read by Walker, who has to go across the goal, putting the ball in a very dangerous position. Very fortunate that's not going to be punishing just yet. Middle of the field right now. Still Lakers legends on that attack. 1 minute to go. Prithium with the chance. Doesn't make contact. Rothy tries to follow it through. But Lasso able to get there first. That was a very dangerous attack from the Lakers legends right there. No one just able to get that third decisive strike. And we're looking more and more likely we're going to be getting a 0-0 game 1 OT. I thought with Walker getting back onto the field, we would see a heavy Chisholm Maroon advantage. And well, we might see the Chisholm Maroon goal here. Lasso unable to get that dunk. Hyper Neon chases it straight down the middle. Mountain still without the do. Has to make a very desperate last-second touch to save that goal, but Rothy still is there. Good save by Walker. As Lasso, a couple weak touches. Ball held in the corner. Prithium with the chance. Prithium with the shot, and there is the 1-0 lead. Lakers legends pull ahead with 22 seconds still to go on the clock. As we watch this one more time. Mountain still without the do. Was trying to play it low, but the shot went high. A little bit unfortunate right there for Chisholm, but Lakers legends, they're going to be taking that goal to the bank, I assume. More likely than not, we're looking at a 1-0 victory for our Lakers legends side. You see Walker, last chance for Chisholm Maroon, and that's a good strike, but it's not quite hit hard enough. And there was still some pepper behind that shot as well. Just needed to somehow find that a little bit more. Not going to get it. This is looking to be the end of this game as the ball just needs to touch the ground. Pardon me again, a little bit of a cough right there, but that's okay. Lakers legends still get themselves the win. Do teams get eliminated? Well, this is the final day of the regular season, Bob. So right now, the goal for these teams is to finish top 3 in their groups. Unfortunately, we didn't get a chance to check the standings before coming into this. But based on these teams' prior performances, I'm thinking both these teams are probably fighting for seeding right now. Although, if either of them go 0-2 today, there is a chance they could be eliminated. I'm not necessarily positive on that one. So, best bet, just win these games. However, next week, Bob, that is when we do get to our single elimination matches. So, and it's also where we're going to have our grand final. Just some things to consider. We watch this opening kickoff go straight over to Rothy, who now looks to follow it through. Ball gets lobbed back towards that middle of the pitch. Also tries to chase it underneath, only goes so far with it. So we do go back and forth. Hyper Neon throwing it across to Rothy, who wakes to make a read. Prithium has that ball sail back. Hyper Neon looking to play it through that back corner. Stennard, Rothy following it through. Needs a bit more power than that, though, and that was an opening. That net was open. Had that shot been a bit more straight, we would have been looking at a 1-0 lead. Instead, could be getting another low-scoring affair, which would be well and good. I mean, I'm not necessarily going to be complaining about a low-scoring affair in this one. Both these teams have the potential to really play strong at defensive games, as we saw in our opener, especially from Chisholm, who did spend most of the time, playing a 2v3. Kind of funny that it's when they had all three members, they finally let that goal through, but now they try to have a chance to strike. Unable to get it past Rothy, as Prithium's going to look to thrust it right back to Rothy. Good deep clear. Walker, no! Walker! I mean, that was a brilliant pass catch shot, don't get me wrong, but oh my goodness, that was perfect. The only problem was it was going the wrong way. That's a little bit of an awkward situation right there. Be it as it may, it's going to be a 1-0 lead for the Lakers Legends. Oh, that shouldn't be allowed to happen, though. That's, I mean, again, that was a fantastic shot. I just, yeah, speaks for itself, really. 1-0 lead, although it looks to be tied right now as Lasso's going to avenge his teammate, make it a 1-1 game. So, fortunately for Chisholm Maroon, they're able to find their first goal of the series, and, pretty timely moment for it as well. Still plenty of time left in our second game. 1-1. Means at least we're going to be seeing one more goal in this one. Question is, who will be able to bang that one through? Chisholm Maroon get the advantage off that kickoff. Try to chase it straight down the middle. They're unable to get there in time. And it's Walker! That's the redemption this player needed. We need to watch this one again on replay. Through that corner, Prithium just didn't quite corral the ball in a way that they would like, allowing Walker to go straight over the top. Puts it on target, gets a goal. Good stuff from our Chisholm Maroon team. Now sitting 2-1 in the lead for the first time, but this is going to be a response immediately off of that kickoff. Hyper Neon reads the ball off the wall and just puts one straight down the center. We watch that again. Lasso, I think, was expecting that first touch, which kind of turned into a fake from Rothy, and that helped set up Hyper Neon to tie this game back up. This is a lot more what I think I was sort of expecting between these two teams today. Each of them have that ability to strike and get some pretty big goals. No! Save can't be made this time. Rothy gets themselves another goal. That's going to be their second of this game. 56 kilometers per hour. Wasn't the hardest shot. Walker almost able to make that save, but just unable to get themselves behind it. Lakers Legends now with a 3-2 lead. Granted, 5 goals scored in the first essential, minute and 40 seconds of the second game, and after a 1-0 affair in game number 1. Very curious to see where we go from here. A lot of time still for Chisholm Maroon to equalize this game once more, and they are on that attack. Ball gets behind Rothy, follow-up shot saved by Hyper, but he won't be able to stop the Mountain, who is still without that do, tying this game up once again. Off that backboard, you can see this Lasso really tried to squeak it in front of Hyper Neon, didn't get there, but because of that rebound, Mountain still without the do, able to follow it up and make it a tie ball game. 3 apiece as we press forward. See what Rothy's going to be able to do. Walker, again, seemingly having issues right now, has kind of gone AFK, as you can see right there. Player not moving, Prithium centering. No one there to strike. Pardon me. Oh, pardon me. Again, a little bit of a sickness. I do apologize for the coughing. It's just how it be right now, as we still have 2:40 left on the clock. Rothy going to try and press that one up the middle. Mountain still without the do. We'll try to center that play. Won't be able to go too far with it. As now we see Rothy with another attempt. Save made by Lasso. Unable to make the second save, but Mountain still without the do is there to back their teammate up. Halfway through the second game, Mountain still without the do, puts on that perfect touch. And we got ourselves a 4-3 lead now, back in favor of Chisholm Maroon. So watch this one again, just a nice angle coming Mountain still without the do. right over the top of Corinthian, and you got yourself that 4-3 advantage. Very back and forth game number 2. Seeing a couple lead changes now. Pressure back on the Lakers Legends to try and tie this one back up. Mountain still without the do, though. Will be the player that initially presses forward, and it's Walker who is back on the pitch, who's going to go ahead and make it a 2-goal cushion. As we watch this one again, Walker just there for that touch. Is able to put it into the net. 5-3 lead in favor of our orange side. Kickoff from Walker. Unable to follow that one up exactly. Lasso still tries to get there, but unable to corral it really in a way that they would like. Corinthian now needs to help lead this team for a 2-goal comeback here in game number 2. If the Lakers Legends are going to try and sort of maintain that series advantage. Reminder, they are up 1-0 in the series after taking game number 1. 100 seconds remaining. Another goal from Chisholm Maroon will well and truly kind of put game 2 away, as well as 6-goal affair would be fantastic. I mean, a 5-goal affair is already a strong bounce back from a team that couldn't find a single one in our opening game. They've come back with a vengeance in game number 2. That said, ball being centered right now. Rothy and Prithian go for the pinch. Both miss the ball. Very awkward situation right there. Time working against Lakers Legends, working in favor of Chisholm Maroon right now as they're trying to make it that 6-3 score. Not going to get it this time around. What they are going to get is some attacking pressure straight down the middle. Rothy looking to chase through from behind. We'll have that ball taken away by Lasso, who plays it off the wall, trying to get it to Mountain. Ooh, awkward touch from Mountain. A chance for Prithian to press it forward. A chance for Lakers Legends, perhaps. Ball dropped in the box. Will be cleared safely by the Chisholm Maroon side. And now Mountain still without the do. Goes the distance, takes it that other way. Prithian, last second save, keeping themselves alive. However, they still need to find not 1 but 2 goals, and Lasso is just not letting them have it. Solid defense once more from Chisholm Maroon. As we see the shot from Hyper Neon. A little bit high, Walker credit with the save. And Mountain still without the do, cheated forward. Rothy is able to catch it from underneath. Follow-up shot from Walker is going to be stopped by Rothy as well. 30 seconds left on the clock. Ball in the air. Prithian gets one tap towards the net, but isn't able to follow through entirely. Now Lasso looks to throw it back over to Rothy. Ball still being held up. Eventually Lasso will press forward, touching it towards that corner. Intercepted by Hyper Neon, who will chase it forward into that corner. Mountain still without the do. Doesn't get the read, doesn't need the read. 8 seconds to go, 2-goal difference. This game going in favor of Chisholm Maroon. They're going to tie this series up. Or are they? Hyper Neon, hold on. Able to sneak one through. It looked like we were just going to be seeing that defensive clear. Instead, Rothy just gets that light touch back to Hyper Neon, who forces it off Mountain still without the do. Well, there you have it. 3 seconds to go. Last chance, actually, a chance for overtime. If Lakers Legends can pull off that 3-second goal, it would be phenomenal. Ball going in their way. Prithian trying to chase underneath. Touch is not made. And Chisholm Maroon go ahead and take themselves game number 2 to equalize this series now at, well, what is essentially 1 apiece. Pardon me again. Yeah, this is getting spicy right now between these two teams, sitting at a 1-1 score line. As we do hopefully look to continue quite shortly. Chisholm Maroon looking to get back in the lead in this series. We need another big win right here for Lakers Legends. They're going to be looking to bounce back after what was a relatively frustrating, I'd want to think, game number 2 for them. They just weren't able to get that offense that they were in that opening game. Granted, I do feel this is because we got to see all the members of Chisholm Maroon, but Lakers Legends defense definitely left some sort of aspects to be desired. Not only did they let 5 goals through, but also their inability to really turn a lot of these defensive stands back around. I mean, we saw Chisholm Maroon, when they got an advantage, they turned it into these quick counterattacks, and then they were able to sustain them. Lakers Legends, they weren't ever really able to find those quick counterattacks. Often when they were able to find that offensive pressure, it came more from a mistake, I feel like, out of the Chisholm Maroon side. Neither of these teams really are expected to be playing perfect Rocket League here. I'm just sort of curious, you know, is that frustration going to carry over? Are the Lakers Legends going to be able to bounce back in this? That's what we're going to find out in this next game. 0-0 on the board. Walker gets a good kickoff. Ball bounces off that backboard. Walker unable to realistically chase it up, I think, as well as they would like, as Hyper Neon now will play it forward. Looking for that next touch. Doesn't quite get the angle that they want. Brithium now throwing it back towards the middle. Rothy with the touch, but it's not going to go into the net just yet. Brithium, again, unable to find that clear. Here we go. Walker now across the middle of the field. Ball up the backboard. As we do see ball go into that opposite corner right now from underneath. We don't see that shot in the box just yet from Rothy as well. Mountain still without the do. Challenges lost out. Rothy still keeping the attacking pressure there. Lakers legends really want this goal, but that last second defense again from the Chisholm Maroon, just able to hold on, keep the attackers at bay. They don't find an accurate quick counterattack this time around, and now actually they're in danger of that touch from Hyper Neon. A thing of beauty. Hyper Neon. Every time this player seems to touch the ball, it just gets pushed towards the net. Oh, my goodness. What a goal, what a goal. This is looking quite good for our Lakers legend side at the moment. We do continue along. Let's see what Hyper Neon's going to be able to do in terms of leading this team. Brithium, oh, doesn't get the touch they need. Shot coming across the middle. Full of bang is there. Walker is able to put it through. Oh, man, there is some power behind these two touches from the Chisholm Maroon side. As we see right there, Walker absolutely cooking it right off of Rothy and into the net. And yes, this is very much a high school tournament. Mr. Effin, or Mrs., I shouldn't assume, but Miss the toxic one. I'm just going to tell you that one, even though it might not be. Shot, score for Mountain, still without the do. Across the middle of the field. Yes, this is a high school Rocket League game. As we see Hyper Neon trying to center it for, I believe, Rothy, and just Mountain still without the do. It's able to have that read, drive it straight forward, and you got yourself a 2-1 Chisholm Maroon lead. See what they're going to be able to do with it, though. So we wait for that kickoff. Going to be not read by Hyper quite clearly. Ball on that backboard. Brithium will push it to that opposite corner. Walker swings and misses. Lasso will follow it through. Now looking to center it, but actually runs into a bit of trouble. Lasso from underneath wants to chase that ball, unable to get there in time. Brithium will push it back up that other way. Ball out of the corner, shot off that backboard. Where's the follow through? There it is. Lasso drains the shot, and the Chisholm Maroon side a 3-1 lead right now. They've been playing the backboard recently so well. As you can see, that setup right there, Lasso just able to down it. And Lakers legends, again, this team so much more confident on the attack than on defense, struggling to read a lot of these backward plays consistently. Definitely something to look at moving forward for this side, as we see Rothy able to connect to any teammates. Hyper Neon, though, will be the one who pushes it forward. Hyper Neon definitely stepping up as that star player for the Lakers side. Doesn't quite get that ball to Rothy in the way they would like. Mountain still without the do. Doesn't get the ball to the backboard. And then gets demoed, actually. So you'd expect the defense to hold it here, but that's a really weak touch. Rothy, desperation, tries to get that ball to the corner, and there's the dunk that could be devastating. Ball across the middle. Mountain still without the do. Now presses forward in the corner. That's the setup. No shot, though. Still a double commit from the defense. Lasso versus Rothy. Also actually pulls off from the challenge. Brithium follows it through, looking for that counterattack, but Mountain was able to fall back in time. Halfway through game number 3, Chisholm Maroon trying to put their stamp on this game. Ball in the middle of the pitch. Mountain still without the do. So want to commit for it right away. Waits for the awkward touch. Gets it off the backboard. This is where we see the success historically from Chisholm. But this time the shot from Walker puts a little bit too far to the right. Lasso now trying to find something here. That's a really weak touch. That could be punished, but it won't be in this situation. Never seen a high school Rocket League esports. Wish my high school was like this. When I was in high school, I wish the same, my friend. That said, you know, this is going to be a regular thing, I believe, for XP. So, you know, check it out because they will be having another season. I can almost guarantee you that. There's going to be more high school Rocket League here in the future for sure. As we hit our final 100 seconds of this game. 3-1 lead for Chisholm Maroon. Although that's a very open-looking net. Brithium with the chance to throw it back towards in the box, but no strike coming from Hyper Neon. Didn't want to risk that traffic. All well and good. Here comes the counterplay from Chisholm Maroon. Ooh, that was a risky touch from Hyper Neon. It looked like that initial play was going to be pushing itself a bit wide to the right. Very fortunate that they don't get punished right there. Still, though, another situation with late into the game, Lakers legends find themselves down 2 goals. needing to get something going, but we just haven't seen that offensive pressure that we saw in game number 1. Now it's their chance. Hyper Neon will down it. And maybe this is a little different than game number 2. Maybe Lakers Legends are going to find their way through. That bump from Perithium, cleaning up 2 defenders to open the door for Hyper Neon. Fantastic stuff, and that's what we want to see from Lakers Legends. We will see where we go from here. Kickoff. Mountain still without the do, looking to chase it forward. Ball held up in the air, but Hyper Neon still going to try to clear straight down the center. Chisholm now going to keep it forward. Ball through that corner. A goal here could end this game. Not quite going to down it just yet. 45 seconds, and this is the counter play. Rothy needed a more straight touch, but just couldn't quite corral that pass. Very unfortunate for the Lakers Legends, who might not get another opportunity like that, although they're going to try. Perithium tries to get the ball to the backboard. It's going to be held defensively for Chisholm. Centered play. Rothy was a bit too far forward. Hyper Neon still finds another one of those great touches, but unable to find Perithium across the center. Rothy still keeping the ball on the orange side, but for how long? This is a case of Lakers Legends. They cannot afford to give up the possession right here, but they might not have a choice. Somehow they're able to rotate back, get some boost, but they use it all in trying to keep that pressure moving forward, and now the possession is finally lost. 7 seconds remaining. Lasso off the backboard. Another shot from Mountain still without the do. It's not on target, but the clock is their friend, and Chisholm Maroon are going to be happily letting that ball hit the ground. They are now up 2-1 in this series. Match point for the Chisholm side. Here we go. Got one more, possibly 2 more games here in this opening series. Chisholm Maroon looking quite strong after that Game 3 performance right now. 2 games where they've won by 1 goal, but they are scoring fast in these games as well, and they're keeping the Lakers Legends on the back foot, where the side definitely seems to struggle. I think there's more of an earnest than usual for Chisholm to get early goals against teams like the Lakers Legends, and that's one of the areas where they faltered in the first game of the series, but definitely have not in the second and the third. So I think if they can get another early goal in our 4th game, even if they let an early one through, I think just the aspect of even getting 1 early goal probably is going to be strong for this team. I'm curious to see if they're going to be able to pull it off, though. We are getting close to kick off our 4th out of what could be a possible 5 games if Lakers Legends are able to win this. We will be going to that game 5, which would be exciting in and of its own right. We just sort of wait for that timer to tick down, loading ourselves back into DHF Stadium. Players getting back onto the pitch. We are about ready to go. Game number 4 in the showdown between 2 of our tournament favorites, realistically, in this match. Hopefully Walker will be able to get themselves in. Fingers crossed. Yep, there we go. Everyone is in. Timer ticking down. We are underway. Just kind of have to wait for our lovely spectator to kind of get us in the match right there. There we go. Alrighty. Rothy does not quite get a pass Lasso in this situation. Hyper Neon now looking for that pass over to Perithium. It's actually going to be collected by themselves. We will take it to that opposite corner. Shot from Perithium off that backboard. Follow through from Rothy. Not there yet, but Hyper Neon is... Oh, went for that top bin. Unable to down it this time around. Still Lakers Legends. They want to be on the attack, and you can see they're attempting to sustain themselves, but only for so long. Hyper Neon pressing it forward once more. Mountain still without the do. We'll play in that corner. From underneath, Mountain has a look, but doesn't follow through. Shot. Oh, what an angle out of the corner from Hyper Neon. And that is Lakers Legends finally striking first for the first time since game number 1. So catch that one again. Just a perfect angle from Hyper Neon right there, able to put it through. 1-0 lead for our blue side. Will they be able to hold on to this one? Will Chisholm Maroon start to fight back again? I kind of question what happens if Chisholm Maroon doesn't get an early goal. Less for Chisholm Maroon, but more for the Lakers Legends. I feel this team is very sort of momentum-based, and when the momentum is on that blue side, that's when this team, I don't want to say they're unbeatable, but that's when their defense realistically steps up. That's where you start to see them attack that ball with that more confidence when they are at their peak. And you can argue it's a consistency thing, but I think it's a consistency thing that is based off of confidence. And when they get those early goals, that's when the team can start to snowball. So I feel, yeah, shots like this are going to come out. Lakers Legends now with a 2-0 lead off of that amazing angle from Perithium. Pytherium. I've probably been pronouncing that name wrong all season long, Pytherium. Either way, a fantastic goal right there. They're now starting to pull further ahead. Here we go. Is there a Discord server? I believe there's a Discord server for the high schools, but you'd have to talk to XP Alex, who is in the Twitch chat, about access to it. I'm not too sure what the rules are, and if it's... I know there's an XP Esports Discord server that I'm sure you can get invited to, but probably not the one for the high school unless you are a competing team. I could be wrong on that, but that's just my interpretation of how things work. 3:13 still to go. As Rothy on the breakaway, so too is Perithium, but the defense is able to mug Perithium until Hyper Neon puts in that next shot, and realistically, I feel like that should have gone in. Instead, we go that other way. Mountain in the 2v1. Oh, pardon me. Sorry, this man's trying to choke me out right now, but able to split that gap and get a goal for Chisholm. That is phenomenal. Phenomenal touch. As we do continue along, 3 minutes, 1 second. Still on the clock. So we watch from underneath Walker. Going to challenge Rothy. Lose out right now. Lasso plays through that corner. Walker. Woo! We've seen Walker get one, beautiful own goal touch before. Nearly saw a second one right there. Very fortunate for Chisholm. Oh, Pytherium almost gets another one in, but doesn't quite find that touch. Instead, Lasso throws it the other way, straight down the center. Chisholm Maroon tie this series up now at 2 apiece. We watch this one again. Lasso just drains that shot. Good stuff from our orange side. Making this one a 2-2 game. Pressure mounting, I have to think right now, for Lakers Legends. They're watching that 2-0 lead kind of slip right through that fingers. Lasso touch towards the net. It's going to be collected by Rothy as Walker tries to play midfield. I'm able to follow it up with that next touch. Hyper Neon keeping that ball along the corridor. Ball does get centered. Pytherium still going to look for that attacking pressure, trying to find a way to take that lead back through the corner. Ball will get centered. Defenders are there though, and I believe that was Walker who made the defensive touch and able to get that ball back into the corner. Still Lakers Legends on the prowl. That's a nice center play to Pytherium, who isn't able to get that shot. Rothy going to try and play through the corner now, but Mount still without the two is there. Gets a pass, not one but two defenders losing possession of the ball in the process. Fight in the middle of the field. Ball up for grabs. Lasso tight turn, but no power. Pytherium able to instead find Rothy as they continue to march themselves forward. 100 seconds thereabouts still left in this game as Rothy just gets bullied into the post. So unable to fall through this time around. Mountain still without the dude, looking to center it. Lasso from underneath. Doesn't find that touch that they need. 1:30 remaining. Time tick-tocking away. Hyper Neon trying to follow through down the center, but Mountain is still without that dude. Still looking for that dude, instead finding the ball. Takes it up that corridor. Ethereum looking to connect to Hyper Neon, put it a little bit too high, so the defense was able to make the read this time around. Lasso uses that read to clear it to the opposite corner where Rothy was waiting. Good shot from Hyper. Walker playing third man, doesn't get the touch that he needs. Near opportunity right there for Rothy. Lakers Legends, though, they're still advancing forward as a three-man front, trying to get that offensive rotation established. Rothy looking for Hyper, but unable to connect. Pytherium doesn't want to make a midfield stand, actually, giving up that space with 45 seconds remaining could be a devastating play because now Chisholm Maroon, a chance to take the lead late. They do not take it. They don't look to capitalize just yet, playing a more conservative approach. Lasso now goes for the solo play. The net looked open, but Pytherium was there. A side-swiping save to keep the Lakers Legends alive. Another shooting opportunity. Walker trying to go for that wave dash, but was just unable to follow the play through. Another opportunity for Lasso, this time stopped by Pytherium as we see Walker again pushing it towards the net. Lasso went for the bicycle, but instead falls short. 13 seconds left in regulation. Pytherium unable to connect on that shot, yet still Lakers Legends are going to try to end this one before we go to sudden death. They're not going to be able to get it past that two-man front of Mountain and Walker, however. Ball rolls back to the middle of the field where Rothy collects and looks to drop it straight to Pytherium. It's a lobber, it's slow, and it's opening the door for Rothy, who spiked it low. And that would have gone in with 1 more second on the clock. Instead, we go to the sudden death overtime. Play in the middle of the field right now as Lasso will be looking to try and force something right here. Pytherium Doesn't go too far with it. And to answer your question, Marlon R6, is because XP hosts a number of events and tournaments, so sort of like a central hub place. Anyways, 22 seconds into this overtime. Ball in the box, dangerous spot. Let's see Walker sort of press it through right now, unable to get there in time. Hyper Neon, unable to find that touch immediately. Perithium now with the chance ball. It's in front of the net, but Hyper Neon didn't want to go for the shot, didn't have the boost for it, and that is Lakers Legends unable to score what looked to be a prime opportunity now. Chisholm Maroon pushing forward, the net is open, and Mountain is going to down it. Chisholm Maroon wins the series 3-1. As we watch this again, defense swarming, and it was a bump. I didn't see who it was who made that bump, but it looked to be a player went over the top. It could have even been the Lakers player. Over the top, makes the bump, and ends this game. Chisholm Maroon, they win it in overtime in what was an amazing series. I mean, these two teams are so evenly matched when they play at full strength, and that seemed to be the difference. Game 1, Walker having some internet issues, I would have to assume, comes back into the fray for games 2, 3, and 4, and look at the result. Chisholm Maroon take the series 3-1. Fantastic stuff from our orange side right now. They're going to be very, very happy with that victory over the Lakers Legends. As we do still have to look ahead, though, when we come back, not only am I still going to be chilling out in my pretty sweet room with these amazing Pokemon by my side, but no, we also have another game of Rocket League. It's going to be our other Chisholm team, Chisholm Green, taking on the Marsden Makos Gray in our second game in this doubleheader this afternoon. Our final games of the regular season right around that corner. You do not want to miss it.
I have to stop going back to you. Back to you. Back to you. Back to you. I have to stop going back to you. Back to you.
to you, to you, to you, back to you. I like to start going back to you, to you, to you, back to you. I like to start going back to you, to you, to you, back to you. I like to start going back to you. To you, to you. it's addiction. I could say I'll quit without any conviction. Broke my own heart this time for believing that a ghost could find a body alive that hasn't seen the other side. So don't call me, I'll find something to escape my mind. What's the cause when there's no love lost between us? So burn the letters, there's a tragedy in every ember. In every ember. In every ember. In every ember. There's a tragedy in every ember.
Enter into a new dimension of gaming and unlock your gaming experience. Powerful and portable, with uncompromised graphics performance. The way you play will never be the same.
Welcome back, everybody. It's time for our final regular season matchup as Marsden is going to be taking on Chisholm in a game that could have some playoff implications, actually. As it stands right now, I do believe Chisholm Green, they're currently just holding on to that playoff spot. However, if, things do kind of go in the way a little bit of Marsden, I don't know how their first match went, but coming into today, Chisholm Green just had to win one game to secure that playoff position. Marsden Makos, they kind of had to win two and had Chisholm lose both of theirs. I know in the first round, it was a case of Chisholm Green playing against the Grace Gamers, who coming into today are actually our number 2 team, and the Marsden Makos, well, they had to play against, I believe, it was the Irish Warriors. And that's where the problem could lie, because the Irish Warriors coming in today were undefeated. I don't know if they came on top in that game or not. Either way, though, we're going to assume that as it stands right now, playoffs are still very much on the table for both of these sides. So a must-win game for each team. I'm excited to get to that action. I believe we're going to jump to it at any given moment right now, as, well, you want to get yourself into that playoff spot. Granted, if you are that number 3 seed team, well, that does technically mean you probably are going to have to go, the long way through the playoffs, but hey, you got to get to that dance first. Chisholm Green looking to secure that spot against the Marsden Makos, who, look, I absolutely love the idea of a shark trying to use a PlayStation controller with no fingers. That is actually adorable. Go get them, shark. Especially considering you don't have ears, but you're still wearing that headset. That said, I do believe we are going to be jumping into this at any given moment. So fingers crossed we do get ourselves into that matchup. Curious what you guys think as well watching. I know this is not Dota. This is Rocket League. So we are playing a best of 5. It should be worth noting. It's going to be an exciting game for sure. I'm not sure XP does high school Dota 2. Perhaps that's something that could be looked into in the future. But no, this is not Dota 2. This is Rocket League. So soon we will be getting ourselves to that pitch and into the action, I assure you. Assuming we'll still be in DFH Stadium. Beautiful stadium. Lots of fans ready to go in that one last time as well. I'd like to thank some of our sponsors, obviously TGG, where all the broadcasting is being done except for the casting today, which is being done from my beautiful bedroom. So I'm going to include my bedroom now as a sponsor as well. Furthermore, a big thank you to UQ as well as DQ Racing and the Computer Alliance. Pardon me. Yeah, casting from home today. Still a little sick at the moment. If ever the mic seems to strangely go silent, it is not an audio issue, I assure you. It is just a solo caster having a coughing fit that they do not want to expose you to as it stands. Hopefully, will be moving right along. Kind of curious, actually, what is going on right now. That said, should be worth noting that, from this point moving forward, obviously, season 1 of the 2021 season is coming to an end. But if you are tuning in, watching along, and are interested in to see where this goes, or you want to get your own school involved, well, guess what? There will be a season 2. And if you want to know more about it, make sure you follow XP Esports on the Twitter, on the Facebook. Go find them in the future, as I do believe we are about to throw to the pitch right now, I am being told. Yes, here we go. Into the action. Marsden Makos are in blue. Chisholm Green are in orange. And we are underway. Best of 5. Playoffs potentially on the line. Or even if Marsden Makos did sort of drop that opening game, well, they'll still want to finish with a win. That I can guarantee you. Abator's Rage, Kilito, and Pac-Man on the Marsden side, taking them on. Chisholm Green. You've got Clumsy 18, as well as Gumby. And then a third player who I haven't been able to get a good look at as of just yet. I do remember Clumsy, though, scored if I'm not mistaken, throughout the entirety of this tournament, I think it was Clumsy who got, like, the best own goal. I could be wrong, though. I mean, actually, well, at least before today, the best own goal, I think, got taken over by Walker. That was one of the best own goals I've ever seen. I cannot talk about how great that shot was. That was just like a perfect pass and strike. I mean, I love own goals. And I'm not saying this to poke fun at the player at all. I absolutely love own goals. I think they are amazing when are done like that. And that could just perhaps be the little bit of the troll in me. Either way, we are a minute, 10 seconds into this game. Steezy Doze is the third member for the Chisholm Green side. Does the commentator play Rocket League? Of course I play Rocket League. I'm just not very good. Shot from Abator's Rage is going to find its way into the net. Shot from that middle of the field does go through. Abator's Rage going to be quite happy with this strike right here. 65 miles an hour. For some reason we're using American units of measurement. Feels dirty and wrong, especially considering I'm pretty sure that would have been a 3-digit shot. Should ask the high school students, though, to make that conversion. As it stands, Pac-Man looking to make it a 2-0 game. Unable to get the read off that backboard. And, oh, no. Okay, good. Okay, there was a defender back there. Kilito was back, able to make that save. It looked for a brief moment that net was open, and Marsden Makos perhaps had pressed all 3 members forward. Not going to be the case in this instance. Ball along that side. Ball looking to be centered. Do we see the strike from Clumsy 18? They wanted it. They're not able to get it just yet. Kilito now following through in that corner, looking for that second touch, but Steezy Doe will take it away. Steezy Doze now looking to center it. Interesting seeing a Fennec with the topper. That's not something you typically see. I mean, toppers in general, something you don't typically see. I know a lot of high-level players kind of find them a bit distracting or in the way from recognizing where your hitbox is. However, no reason why you cannot learn to play with one. It's all about adaptation and finding your own comfort. And no! Clumsy making that last-second save, stopping Killy before they're able to get that 2-goal lead. Chisholm Green now looking to try and fight back in this one. Gumby going to be the one who's going for a double. It's a distance double. They don't quite find that second touch. Doesn't look like Marsden Makos, though, are going to be able to find that quick counter-attack, at least not right away. Ball still in front of the box. Isn't going to get knocked in just yet. Gumby watches the ball sail overhead. Steezy going to chase it along the wall, centering it, but puts it a little too far in front of Clumsy. Easy read by Pac-Man. Gumby now again with another deep lob out of Gumby. Gumby very fond of these deep lobs. Follows it up with the bump as well, but the shot from Clumsy not quite hit hard enough to turn into a definitive strike. A minute 55 remaining, and Chisholm Green still unable to get themselves that equalizing goal. Perhaps they see it here, not quite. It's a clear, attempted clear down the middle. They wanted to pushing it to the right this time around. Steezy Doze tries to center it instead for their own team. And Clumsy cannot make the read. That is pressure given back over to Marsden, who are now looking to set up in front of the net. No immediate strike just yet. Gumby now is looking to chase it back out all the way. Net is open and the goal is good. Gumby tying up this game one apiece with a minute 30 to spare. I did feel as if eventually we were going to see that goal. No way that Chisholm Green was going to be sort of held down for that long. One apiece right now. as we get ready to go for our next point. Kilito shot, saved by Abator's Rage. Ball bouncing around in the center of the pitch. Will be collected from underneath. Still up for grabs right now. Pac-Man gets a nice challenge to go their way. Steezy Does, though, lobbing another one back towards that Chisholm Green side, but they're unable to follow it into that net, at least just yet. As we go back and forth, Pac-Man looks to set up Kilito, and that's going to be another goal for Marsden Makos. With just under a minute still to play, Pac-Man was given so much space and yet opted to pass it to a teammate. And that right there, you know, that's good teamwork from Marsden Mako. They're going to be quite happy with that 2-1 lead. Again, this team that well and truly could be mathematically eliminated depending on how match one went for them. Playing just for the honor of the game right now. Looking to get themselves a win to end on, and a little bit of an upset as well based on the standings. Pac-Man, oh, awkward touch. Nearly owned goals it past two, and then looks to try and drive it off the backboard. Pac-Man living a very dangerous life. It's almost as if they're trying to swallow the ghost before you eat that big pill. As it stands, 30 seconds remaining. Chisholm Green not done yet, though. They're going to press it forward. Ball off that backboard. Ball falling towards the net. Double commit. Shot is a little bit high. Steezy Dose, that third member, unable to get it past Kilty-Toe, and that should end it for this game, one would think. And if you weren't sure, well, that second goal from Kilty will definitely seal the deal. Marsden Makos, they're going to go ahead and they're going to take game number one. So we see that touch from Kilty-Toe, gets it right past Gumby in the tail end and making it a 3-1 game. Good to see from them. As we do have 10 seconds remaining. Clumsy swings and misses. Now looking to follow it up. Does find themselves a bit underneath the ball, off the post, and the last chance for Chisholm to score winds up with a couple whiffs. So Marsden Makos do get the win. Sorry, yeah, they do get the win, and that's a pretty big win for them, as they will be 1-0 right now in the series. Pardon me, it feels a little bit, the cough is coming up again. I'll be right back real quick. Yeah, pardon me for that one. Apologies, but again, fighting a cough right now, and that was a rough fit. Hydration is always important, by the way, everybody. So make sure, if you are watching along, to drink your water. Keep yourself hydrated. Don't allow your throat to implode like mine just tried to. Really wish I could be at the Gamers Ground today. I really do. The facilities are amazing. It's a wonderful place. If you haven't checked it out yet, it's located right in the middle of the University of Queensland. Really sick place. Go check it out. They have some of the most amazing racing sims I have ever seen. Those things are hard. I haven't tried playing Rocket League on them yet, but those things are hard. But absolutely go there, check it out. An awesome place to be, and I would be there if I wasn't in the process of coughing out my lungs. 4:20 on the clock right now. Still a 0-0 game. Chisholm Green looking to respond after game number one did not go their way. And we see Gumby. Oh, swing and a miss from Gumby, but fall through from Clumsy. Along that corridor, Gumby going to get another touch. In the corner we go. That's going to be Taurus Rage. Collected by Clumsy. Lob shot towards the net, but not in the net. Not quite what they're looking for. Clumsy again. We'll play it through that corner. Ball trying to find its way into the goal, but no one able to bang it through just yet. Kilty-Toe centering it up. Pac-Man following it through. Marsden Makos on the attack. Looking for that go-ahead goal. Kick off this second game. Now going to fight it. It's going to be Gumby going the other way. As well, falling up a little bit short. Steezy Does. Throwing it back over to Pac-Man. Weaker touch. Steezy Does still going to keep that ball held up high. Gumby from underneath. Corners the play. Clumsy. Doesn't like that look as well. So, back and forth right now. Swing and a miss Coming from the attack across the middle of the field. Pardon me again. Pac-Man. Trying to stick with it. Can only do so much with that play. Steezy Does falls back a little bit. Now looking to chase it forward. Getting it all the way to that corner. Unable to find that shot. As we wait underneath, Kilty Toe gets a bit of that dunk ball through that corner. Do we see the shot? Yes, we do. It's from Abattoir's Rage. And it's now a 1-0 lead for Marston Mako. That was a great read. Corner pass, and Abattoir's Rage just straight down the middle. Gets all of that touch. Nice goal right there from the Marston Makos, as they're going to go ahead and take that 1-0 lead. Just over half of the game remaining. Looking for the 2-0 series advantage right now, although Chisholm Green still can strike back if they find that opportunity to do so. Kilty Toe looking to make that read underneath. Doesn't quite get there in time. Pac-Man will stick with the play. At least still Abattoir's Rage takes the shot. Runs right into Steezy Does. Kilty Toe has to fall back now. Looking to chase off that backboard. Trying to find someone underneath. Clumsy swings. Clumsy misses. Kilty Toe unable to follow it through. And oh! Defenders bumping into each other. That's not what you want to see. What you want to see is Pac-Man now starting to press forward. Looking to center the play. It's off that backboard. Do we see the shot? Yes, we do. It comes from Kilty Toe. And now it's a 2-0 lead in favor of the Marston Makos. This is more what we wanted to see from this Marston Makos side right here. Kilty Toe just taking advantage of the chaotic defense. Somehow finds a way to weave through that traffic. Chisholm Green's going to be a little bit frustrated, I think, with themselves after that one. This ball's going to make its way towards that backboard. Abattoir's Rage shot, 3-0 lead. Oh, that was a touch from Abattoir's Rage right there. Second goal of this game, just bats it right through, 68 miles an hour. Would be very, very pleased with themselves. At least I would be. I don't know. Maybe my standards are just lower than some of these players, but that is a strike that you would want to make any day of the week. Kilty Toe goes up and does not come down with the ball. We continue to roll around with it, looking for an opportunity. Kilty Toe tries to chase underneath, but it's actually Pac-Man who presses it forward. Shot off the post, but Pac-Man is unable to follow through and put it in. Another attempt. It doesn't quite get it through just yet, as we keep looking for more attacking pressure coming from our current leading team. You see that clear back across the middle of the field. And now an opportunity for a 4-0 lead will be taken advantage of by Pac-Man. 4-0 in favor of Marsden. Exactly what we were hoping to see from this side once more, as they continue to keep adding on to this lead. And remembering that if they win this game, they're going to be up 2-0 in the series. Chisholm Green going to be looking for a reverse sweep in a series right now, where they did come in as sort of the standings favorite. And if this is the last chance we see Marston Makos Grade this season, it's going to be ending on a very high note. That is for sure. 4-0 lead, as the ball does get cleared across the middle of the field. Kilty Toe is there. Light touch, more towards that net. Going to be caught by Gumby, who has been relatively quiet. Gumby, when I remember from this Chisholm Green team, actually has been sort of that star player for this side in the past. Very quiet game number 2. I would like to see Gumby find a way to get a bit more involved, I feel like, because Gumby can be that playmaker if given the time and space to do so. Instead, Gumby has been having to play a lot of defense, and it's been those first touches that have been strong. 3 saves already this game, but the follow-up save has just not quite been there at times. So we do see Pac-Man now. We can lead that charge. Steezy Does gets it into the corner, tries to fall through from underneath. Gumby, it's sort of a weaker touch, ball being centered. No one there to strike for the Marston Makos. 20 seconds remaining, 4-0 lead. This game should be coming to its conclusion with the Marston Makos out in front, going 2-0 right now in this series. Kilty Toe almost gets a 5th goal in for the team. Still not giving up on the play just yet. Tick-tock goes the clock, and we make our way towards game number 3 with the Marston Makos out in front. 2-0 in the series, 4-0 in game number 2. They are 1 game away from ending this season on a high. I'm curious to see if they're going to be able to put it through. It's a team effort coming through them as well, though. You cannot deny 3 shots taken by the entirety of Chisholm Green versus 3 shots taken by Pac-Man alone. In the end, it was 10 shots total for the Makos. Fantastic offensive effort, and the defense from Chisholm Green, yeah, You can highlight how Gumby was able to come through with 4 saves, but the follow-up, the clears, just not there for Chisholm Green. And if they're going to find a way back into the series, that's exactly what they're going to need to fix moving forwards. Players now loading back onto the pitch. It's time for what could be our final game of the regular season. Remember, we got a playoff game. Yep, you did versus SSL last match. I am aware, Pac-Man. It would have been rough. Did you get the win, though, is the big question. That is, I'm assuming not, because that team is really, really strong. And unfortunately, it may have been must-win for you guys. But, hey, if you win this one, you know, it is finishing that season with a win, 4th in the group. It's been pretty much secured ahead of time. Just want to win it just to feel good at this stage, as Pac-Man's going to lob it right back towards that center. Clumsy swings and way off Pac-Man, though, going for that back pass off that backboard. Clumsy still keeping that pressure there. Pac-Man alone in the goal, but Kilty Toe will get that touch out of that corner. Looking to follow it through. Boost was actually not taken by Kilty, who still made a play for the ball. Wound up in Pac-Man's way. Very confusing defense from Marsden, actually. I'm a little bit worried that synergy that we saw starting to fall apart a bit as we see another double commit from our blue side. Chisholm Green, though, now are in position to punish, although they're double committing up into that corner as well. Clumsy looking to center it for the team. Unable to find it. Gummy swings and misses, and now that is an open-looking field, except for the demo that actually winds up working against Marsden, as Clumsy was able to spawn back on their own side of the pitch and make that clearing touch. Ball in front of the net, but no strike to be had. Still plenty of time, though, on this 3rd game. Gumby with the shot that should have gone in, but Abattoir's Rage able to position themselves in that perfect spot to make a save. That was a very good strike from Gumby, a very good scoring opportunity, and now Abattoir's almost got that waterfall touch. That would have been the goal. It's almost at the game, but no, that would have been the goal of the afternoon. Not quite there this time. Kilty Toe throwing it back to Abattoir's Rage. Shot, target, saved by Steezy Doze. A very strong save once again. Both defenses now starting to step up. Makes some fantastic defensive touches. As you see, Pac-Man one-on-one in front of the net. This time CC Dose gets the win, but Abattoir's Rage still going to keep the pressure there. Kilty Toe shot, bit too tight. Double commit for the next play, as both attackers get in each other's way. A chance now for Chisholm to lead that counter-attack. Going for the cross-pitch pass. Gumby doesn't like the look, though, and Kilty is going to push it back towards the middle of the field. Clumsy, that's a clumsy touch. He doesn't follow it through, but Kilty as well doesn't get any of that strike that they were looking for. 3 minutes remaining, still a 0-0 game. Clumsy trying to center that ball for the team. CC Dose in an awkward spot. Does throw it to the opposite corner, and that will stop any midfield plays coming from Marsden. Clumsy, though, again throws it back towards the middle. Clumsy, these touches are very risky coming out of Clumsy right now. Kilty Toe actually straightens it, trying to find Abattoir's Rage, but isn't able to get there. Kilty Toe does bump Gumby, and that gets Gumby off of the play. That said, Clumsy there to follow it through. Pac-Man tries to slow it down in front of a dangerous spot. If Gumby can get the angle, Gumby cannot. Ball in the corner right now, but the defense is starting to panic. We're seeing double commits until Pac-Man goes for that solo dribble down the middle. Ball lobbed up for Clumsy. Now in the air, Steezy Doze underneath. Doesn't quite get that touch they were looking for. Still 2:10 remaining. Ooh, not quite there. Steezy from underneath. Lobs one up. Abattoir's Rage not there for that strike that they desperately needed. Still 2 minutes to go. Kilty back over to Abattoir's Rage. Ball off that backboard. Do we see the strike? Yes, we do. It's going to go in. Abattoir's Rage makes it a 1-0 game. Oh, man. That is a goal and a half right there for the Marsden Makos. Oh, pardon me. That one snuck up on me. 1-0 for Marsden Makos. A minute 50 remaining. Looking for that clean sweep, but Steezy Doze nearly gets one back on that kickoff. As you watch to see the ball in the corner. Abattoir's Rage trying to follow through underneath. Pac-Man is there. Another touch. More centered play. No one able to go too far with it. Abattoir's Rage now looking to set themselves up. Strike shot goal. 2-0 lead. And while normally I'd say a 2-0 lead is the most dangerous lead in Rocket League, at this stage in this series, it's looking pretty good right now for Marsden Makos that they're going to be getting themselves that clean sweep. Just a minute and a half to go. Will they be able to hold on? Kickoff. Oh, it sets up the strike, and Chisholm Green right back in. Gumby off the kickoff, keeping Chisholm alive. We watch this again. Just a great touch from Marshall, really, to keep that one centered, and Pac-Man doesn't make the read. Gumby coming up huge right there. Will it be enough, though? Obviously, you know, Chisholm Green, they still need one more goal to tie. It's going to be very, very tense for this orange side. Everyone falls back on defense. In fact, Gumby and Marshall, he's kind of racing each other for that back corner boost. Not really the synergy you want to see at this stage of the event. Avatar's Rage does lose out to that challenge, but still we see a follow-through ball in front of the net. And no! Avatar pushes it a bit wide to the left. That could have been the killing blow. Instead, we play on. Tilty Toe. Press this one forward right now, trying to center it for the team, but no one's there for the strike. Run away. Avatar's Rage eventually does get there. A little too late. Steezy Does. Now looking to make that read. Avatar's Rage. With another lighter touch. Kilty from underneath. Doesn't quite get to the play in time. As we see a strike down the middle, tie ball game. Gumby able to find that equalizer. Oh my goodness. Chisholm Green are fighting back. They were 2 goals down with a minute and a half. And you know what? I should have stuck to my guns. When I said that 2-0 lead is the most dangerous in Rocket League, this is why. We are watching Mars and Makos now starting to fall apart a little bit when they had this series done. The kickoff, though, it's going to go straight in. A pinch shot, and Pac-Man gets credit for the goal. What just happened? It wasn't even a pinch. Just Pac-Man got that right touch. My goodness. Heartbreak perhaps for Chisholm Green, who are now going to have to bring it back right now. They got that good kickoff, but Marshall doesn't have to read it. Now Avatar nearly takes it to make it a 2-goal game once again. Steezy Toes comes with that last-minute save, but now an open net, and yet they get in each other's way. No way, they don't score that. Pardon me. Oh my goodness, Mars and Makos trying to clinch this game, just unable to do so. Now sitting with 20 seconds remaining on the clock. Guilty Toe trying to press it forward. Ball in the corner. A chance perhaps, but is not there. Guilty Toe now going to play off that wall. 10 seconds remaining. Last attacking chance for Chisholm Green to stay in this series. The ball in a striking spot. DC Crows cannot get there. Pac-Man gets the breakaway, but most importantly, throws it to the opposite end of the field. And Ched is the Mars and Makos getting themselves the clean 3-0 sweep. Oh my goodness. Marsden are going to be proud of that result right there. 3-0 victory for the Makos. They're going to go home on top. And for Chisholm Green, well, they'll still be going to the playoffs. However, Marsden Makos, they finished their season with the win. So GG's to them. GG's all around, realistically, for all the teams and all the players this fantastic season. I know next week we're going to be saying goodbye to a lot of them, or we're kind of saying goodbye to them tonight, as we are only taking 9 teams out of our, 8, 16 plus 7, 23. Of our 23 teams, only 9 are advancing to play in next week's grand final tournament. So for all those schools who participated, a big thank you. We look forward to seeing you again next season. And for those schools who are advancing, well, next week, the gloves come off. The business gets serious. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully, we'll be back at it live at the TGG for the casting as well. Until then, my name is Max, as you see below. You know, I'm going to chuck a cheeky plug. If you enjoy my casting, follow me at Formal Casting. I do a lot of this kind of stuff. Make sure to also check out the Gaming Ground. Make sure to check out XP if you want to be more involved in tournaments like this in the future. And until next week, have a great day, everybody.
Get elite real-world performance for your desktop PC with 10th Gen Intel Core processors. If you're looking to game, create, live stream, or stay productive, 10th Gen Intel Core processors deliver an optimal balance of frequency, cores, and threads to handle real-world usages. Get enthusiast-level performance with an Intel Core i9 processor, up to 5.3 GHz clock speed for peak gaming performance and content creation workloads. Or for competitive gameplay and content creation, choose an Intel Core i7 with up to 5.1 GHz clock speed to handle your demanding applications. The Intel Core i5 processor with up to 4.8 GHz gives you a seamless AAA gaming and entertainment experience. And with up to 4.6 GHz clock speed, the Intel Core i3 is a great fit for everyday tasks and productivity. If you're looking to push your system even further, get additional performance headroom with unlocked 10th Gen Intel Core processors, supported by Intel's advanced overclocking controls. Bring elite, real-world performance to your desktop PC with 10th Gen Intel Core processors.
Strangest addiction. I could say I'll quit without any conviction. Broke my own heart this time for believing that a ghost could find